lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys where this pan-colored man is out to actually, ask black people if they will ever forgive them for whatsoever thing that they or people that looks like him have done. I'm just gonna roll his clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive in.
I've lived in 5 different countries in Africa. I've lived in Malawi, Botswana, Zambia, Morocco, and Nigeria. Never once in all my years of living or traveling on the African continent have I been mistreated in any way because of my ethnicity, because of my skin color. And this is in spite of the fact that I come from a country who are guilty for some of the worst colonial crimes ever inflicted throughout human history. That's right, I was born in Great Britain. And without doubt, the British and the French committed the greatest atrocities across the continent of Africa. The Belgians have a good claim for the greatest atrocity in their treatment of the Congolese, but if one looks at it as an entity and the number of countries that were invaded by the British and French colonialists, one will see that they are the worst protagonists. Despite this, and despite the behavior of my ancestors, I have never been mistreated. In fact, I have been welcomed warmly in all of the countries I have lived in or visited. And when in Africa, I don't cocoon myself in some enclave dome which is inhabited by people who like to refer to themselves as expats. I hate that term. But no, I integrate as much as possible within local society. I will go to a shebeen, I will go to any compound and experience life as it is for people in the country where I am based. So whether that's in the village, whether it's in the township, whether it's in the local bar, I will integrate, I will mix, and I am always made welcome. Now contrast that with the way many Africans are treated when they choose to live in the United Kingdom or France or other parts of Europe. The difference is incredible. The everyday racism experienced by African people on the European continent is a crime against humanity. Now there are different types of racism. The most obvious is the day-to-day experience that an African will have whilst living in parts of Europe. The name-calling, the staring, the subtle discrimination. And for many Africans, they will just brush it off because it is so common that they just get used to it, sadly. Worse though, is the institutional and structural racism that Africans have to abide with. The restrictions on their movements. The fact that most passports emulating from the African continent will only allow Africans to travel visa-free to a handful of countries. And most of those will be other African countries or countries in the Caribbean. And moreover, the difficulty that Africans have finding work in Europe is unimaginable. People who are qualified as doctors, accountants, lawyers, university lecturers, nurses, teachers, do not have their qualifications and experiences recognized by most European countries. I know many people from Africa working in various parts of Europe as security guards or as care assistants when back home they had highly skilled professional jobs. But that experience is rarely recognized when they come to Europe unless they come as part of a transfer with an existing company. But if they come because they've migrated to Europe, their chances of accessing the sort of job which they are eminently capable of is slim. Now, if a black person was making this video, they would be quickly dismissed. They'd be dismissed as having an axe to grind or always trying to find problems. And again, that's part of racism. The fact that I can speak because of my white privilege means that I have a duty to do so. Not because I'm married to an African woman or because I have many African friends, but because I like to think I'm a decent human being who appreciates the value in every person on our planet.
Like seriously, lovely, it's so heartbreaking that these people will just, visit Africa, visit anywhere they want all over the world, and they will be treated as first-class citizens. Like, they will be treated respectfully. They will be taken care of. They will be well taken care of. Like, do you know that most of them often go to Africa for investment? They are buying homes now. They are buying industries. I know that, like, they are keeping on with the colonization. They are keeping on with the, taking off and taking. But they are not treated or maltreated at the way at which, black people have been treated. Unless otherwise, unless maybe they actually want to be physical. It's so heartbreaking. Like, they will actually go anywhere they want on this planet Earth, and they will still be treated very well. Black people will still treat them very, very well, without being any discriminatory, without being racist towards them. They actually welcome them, But let the reverse is the case. Let the reverse is the case. You see them being racist. You see them telling you to go back to your country. You see them telling you that you are not wanted here, even if all of the resources at which they have built their own country is all gotten and stolen from your country. Seriously, it takes people like this to just keep on talking and try to talk sense into people that believes that racist is the order of the day, that they can't go without being racist to black people. It's so sad that even as he comes out to actually speak the way at which he was treated and respected, but even with that, black people is still disrespected everywhere in the world. When he talks about a qualified doctor, qualified nurses, qualified, lecturers and all of that, going to the said Western world, you will still be treated as a lower class, and you might even end up being a security guard. Meanwhile, in your said country where you're coming from, you have a very prestigious, qualification, but because you are a black person, they will automatically give you what they call a black job. It reminds me of a video I stitched one time about, one clerk of a guy, this guy that often go to schools to debate with students. He said one time that he can never board a flight that is flown by a black pilot because he believes that black pilots are not qualified to be pilots. Like, this video this man is making actually reminds me of that. He went ahead to talk about how he don't feel secure, he don't feel safe, he can never actually flew in a board a flight that is flown by a black pilot, because automatically, because you're a black person, you are disqualified to be a pilot. And it stuck on me, and I keep asking myself, why is it that you want to equate someone's capability or educational status with the person's color? What has color has to do with person's IQ? Without even realizing that, they say black people that is seen to be unqualified, and even the qualified people, because it takes a lot for a black person to get to a certain position. It takes, series of, rejection, series of tests, series of, exams and all of that, because they often see black people as people of low IQ, or people that is not intelligent enough, without even knowing that these people are people that invented so many things. So when he was saying this black of a guy, he was so serious. I was like, wow. And he was like, are you serious? He like, yeah, I am serious, because I see them as unqualified. Like, seriously? You see a black pilot as unqualified, but you see a pan-colored person as a qualified pilot because the person is a pan-colored, even if the pan-colored persons don't even beat the qualification, but because the person is pan-colored, you're automatically qualified. And this still brings us down today about what happened between Sonia Mercy and the said man. This man has been working, he has been working and been relieved of his jobs. He is unqualified to do some certain, force jobs. He was in the military, he was disqualified. He was in the other side, he has done countless of jobs that disqualifies him. But all because he's a pan-colored person, he was to give it the ability or the go ahead to continue to work. Because of what? Because they see him as a qualified person, because he's a pan-colored person. Even if he's mentally unstable, even if his IQ or his mind is mental, and this is what they do, and they keep on putting people in a condition that they cannot even save themselves, because they see a pan-colored person as qualified, even if you went to school, you didn't go to school, you passed certain tests or not, but all because you're a pan-colored person, you automatically qualified. But these black people that is them unqualified are the ones doing the real job, because you have to prove a lot of points. You have to prove that you are qualified as a black person. You have to know what you have to pass through before getting yourself in a set qualification. But no, a pan-colored man, we go to anywhere in Africa and get a high-paying job compared to a black man that is actually there, who even have more experience and all of that. Like, the world is just in denial. I don't know. And these pan-colored people will go there and they will be treated nicely. But when a black man goes over there, you'll be treated as, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to do here. When I saw this video, I was like, this is it. This is the world we are living. And it's coming from, Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next
Watch
one.
up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, share this video, leave a thought in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload